Water signs, hi. I'm going to be doing a love reading for you, and I'm using the Llewellyn deck of cards and the Wisdom of Avalon as the oracles and the universe cards. All right, so we're going to start with your cards here. So this is where you're kind of at. Okay. And this is their cards. This is your person's cards. Now, this person could be in your life. It could be, somebody that you met, somebody you know, somebody you don't know, somebody you're dreaming about, somebody maybe thinking about. And it could be somebody that you're not even aware of yet, but they're there and they're moving towards you. Okay, so we'll see where that goes. And this is the combination and the connection, what it's, where it's leading to, what it's for. Okay, so let's take a look. So I will be clarifying and drawing oracles, and I'll be doing an extended reading as well. So if it does resonate for you, as I say, the extended reading will be there, and the information for that's in the box below. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords showing up here for you, water sign. So I kind of feel like you've got a lot of energy now. You're really ready to go into your future and go after something that resonates for you. You're ready for commitment. You want passion. You want commitment. If it's somebody that you're already with now, then I can kind of see like you're kind of on the move. And I don't think it's just in terms of, passion in the relationship, although I do feel like that's there because this is definitely about commitment in the relationship. But I kind of feel like you're on fire, period. Like you're really on fire. Okay. Let's see where that goes. We got the Nine of Pentacles, and I think it's because it's ready to harvest. You're ready to harvest. You're ready to, harvest all of the resources and all of the work you've done, all the knowledge you've accumulated, all the, growth and what you've built and, etc. And you've done it on your own. This is definitely something you've done. It's very independent here. And that's kind of where the Queen of Cups comes in too, because I think that's that part. Now, this isn't male or female. Don't forget, this is the masculine and feminine energies. So with the Queen of Cups, it is, looking for further commitment to passion, to love, to spirituality. And then the Knight of Swords, as I said, I just see you really on fire and ready to go after it, because I kind of feel like you're moving towards your destiny, and there's a destiny card here showing up for you. And sort of just like trusting the universe here, trusting the laws of attraction, trusting that if you're on your path and you're doing your passion and you're looking, and you're committed to it, that the right things will show up for you, right? That you'll attract them. And we got the Hierophant here. So this is definitely about marriage, commitment. Taking your growth, and that can be in more than one way. With the Hierophant showing up, it can be a marriage and commitment towards a something you want to set up externally from a relationship, something that you really love doing. So that's, maybe we've gotten that in this love reading. I'm just trying to see here. I don't know. We'll see. It is about a partnership, because I do see their card, their stuff here beside you. Let's just see. But I do see that your destiny is definitely creating something very solid for out of your passion, out of your love, out of your commitment, okay? And putting it out there and having it return to you. So that could even be, like I said, quite often the wands are called Cupid's arrows. So it could be aimed at bringing in that kind of love and that kind of passion and that kind of commitment towards you as well. And maybe that's where this is coming from. We'll see. So we got the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Cups. So being willing or ready to let go of some of your some of the things that you thought were fulfilling for you, and now looking at them and realizing that there's so much more that you have accumulated in terms, and so this may have been created before you began to really develop yourself in your resources and your, build what you've built today. And so now looking at what you've got and going, this isn't enough for me. This is definitely not enough. And being willing to let go of that and move on your path further. So this, it could be it could be letting go of somebody. It could be just letting go of your perceptions of what you thought would fulfill you in terms of passion and love, and other things in your life too. It doesn't have to be necessarily a partner, but because this is a love reading, I'm thinking it could be. I'll just draw one more card on that, because we've got the Three of Swords. So I think you're ready to move into passion again. Yeah, because you've got the Three of Swords. So I think you did have a broken heart. You did really do a lot of healing on it, because I can see that pain's behind you now, and you're looking very curiously at letting go of things that don't work for you now, and moving more and more into your passion. In fact, as I said, you're kind of on fire right now in various ways. And then I just see you methodically moving towards where you're going. I do see a lot of kind of strategizing, even to the point of possible anxiety. And that makes sense, because you've got the Tower here too. So the Tower is, don't forget, the Tower is bringing you surprises. And I think what the Tower is revealing is even surprises to you about you, in that you're really very comfortable in passion and you miss it. You really want to go back into it, because I kind of feel like, as you were building all of this with the Nine of Pentacles, that a lot of, kind of that passion got left behind in a way. And now that you've got it, you've kind of built that foundation and stuff, and you're putting it out there, and you're, moving towards your destiny. But the cups don't seem to match the passion and what you're putting and what you're going after. So, and I do think that's where this Tower is coming in, is that it's kind of breaking down your resistance or whatever stopped you from being there before. And as I say, I do think it was from a broken heart, because I've got the Three of Swords showing up there. And now we've got this Four of Swords. So I think, you've done a lot of thinking as you've been independent around love, because this is the feminine cards. Could be male or female, but it says around love and things like that. And now, being, as I say, really ready, I think you miss passion because you're really at home in it. You're not going to resist it anymore. That's what I see here. It's like, being baptized again, like you're walking back into the essence of your life, because it's really essential for water signs to be surrounded by emotion and passion and, that kind of energy. All right, let's take a look at their cards. So we've got the Strength card showing up here, and the Universe, and the Page of Swords. So I think for them, they've been waiting for something to shift in their lives. They've been watching and waiting for something to shift. And now with the Universe showing up there, I feel like it is shifting. Their world is shifting, not just them, but their world is actually shifting. And it's been a pretty austere world emotionally, and as you can see with the card for the Universe, it's kind of all ice, but there's water in the middle. And so I think that they feel like they've been missing out on that, and they've been in this very narrow world, and now, as I say, it's come to an end, and they've been waiting for this time, because and looking for the strength to overcome their fears. So I think the reason that they were there in the first place in the past cycle was because of fears, a fear of being alone, fear of getting hurt, fears. And now, with this finally shifting, they're anxious to see what lies ahead for them. And then they've got the Four of Cups there showing up, along with the Six of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So beginning to have a little bit of insight as they're moving through the final part of their past cycle, and moving towards something that is a lot more harmonious for them. Okay, and just kind of, and I think that's what the Four of Cups is kind of. Just going to draw another card on, because the Ace of Wands is showing up there. So they're moving towards their new end of a cycle, beginning of the new cycle, moving towards their next path, and kind of consciously being made aware that the thing that was missing in what they had built before in the past cycle was another part of love, was something that was much more necessary for them, right? Really necessary, like something that they can't avoid, they can't live without. And they have been avoiding it, which is what's created this austerity. But now they're moving towards it, okay? And they can kind of envision it because their new path has already started and it's starting to show. And then I see the Empress showing up here, and let's see where that goes. So you got the King of Swords and the Empress, so they've got the masculine and feminine energies going on here. So, I mean, there's no, I've got the Ten of Swords. This person has been really, really, your person, water sign, has been very devastated, very disappointed, disillusioned, really hurt in the past. It is the past. They did make it through, but in order to make it through, they sort of confine themselves to intellectual energies and pursuits that way. Okay, they became really connected to the sword within them, and I think that they then drew that into their life as well with the people around them. So they kind of stifled their divine feminine energy that's within them, and really built on the divine masculine, and then drew that into even in the feminine form. But now we got the Empress here, so this is an opening up of creative energy, of heart energy. Something is really shifted with this new cycle opening up for them and a new world opening up. They've gone from like the King, Queen of Swords combination to the Empress. So certainly there's been a healing and a letting go of this Ten of Swords, which they no longer have to be in defense with a sword ready to fight. Because and they're getting a lot of strength now with overcoming their fears, which has helped them heal this a lot. And now the Empress energy is just like, whoa, what a contrast to, and now we've got the Two of Cups instead of the King and Queen of Swords. So this is a real shift in the universe. It's just happening too, because it's currently on them here. So I can kind of see this shift just happening, and this whole different paradigm kind of opening up for them around their passion and their creativity. And then sort of from that, it's moving into longing for connection on that part too. Okay, and that's where we get the Two of Cups coming up. And this is about transformation. So I can see that this is really, it's been quite a transformation for them. Like I said, to go from all these swords right into the Empress and the Two of Cups. That's amazing. And we've got the Magician, and the Six of Cups. Oh my God. So the transformation is really about going back to who they, kind of inherently were and are, on that kind of curious, innocent, longing for that purity of love to come into their life, where it's not about anything. It just is about the energy. And that's where the Two of Cups comes in. It's just about love. This is just about love and sharing. This isn't about anything else. And whereas the Swords was the King, Queen of Swords, this is phenomenal. So I don't know whether it's the King or Queen of Swords doing the transformation. I don't know. But there's a definite transformation taking place here. I suspect it's not, because it's very abrupt and the Empress is their card. So we'll see. Okay, so now, because I feel like this is your person. So if it's your person, you would have been the Queen of Swords, and I don't get that in this reading. So anyway, we'll see where that goes. So then we got the Two of Swords, the Chariot, Justice, and the High Priestess. So making some choices now. Now, because they've been the King of Swords for the past cycle, making the choices seems like it should be a cognitive decision here. Should I choose? Now, this is the combination of the two of you, don't forget. So should we go with this, or should we not go with it? what decisions should we make? What is the right thing to do? You know what I mean? All kind of intellectual analysis stuff. And then I've got the moon that I'm drawing on that. And I'm also going to draw oracle on it, which is love. So this is a contrast again, right? Because remember we had King, Queen of Swords, Empress. Now we've got another dual sword thing going on, and then we've got love and the moon showing up, which is kind of like the Empress. So with the moon and love showing up, it's kind of going to throw a bit of an obstacle in trying to make a decision based on thinking of what's, which way to go, strategizing, thinking. So out of that, we've got like this moon, which is the hidden energies very much at work here because the Chariot is showing up. So good luck on that one. And then we've got love showing up. So yeah, it's very powerful. Very powerful. And that's what I mean, going from the King of Swords to the Empress. It's like, whoa, that must be quite an adjustment as this new cycle started. But, they've kind of been waiting to see what comes out of it anyway. So, yeah, it's, might not be as shocking as I think. Then they've got the Chariot showing up. This is the connection again. The Chariot showing up in your connection. So it's relentless. Like this kind of energy is stirring up a lot of emotion and passion in this connection. We've got the Hierophant showing up there, and the Ten of Pentacles, and then we've got the Wind Fairy. Okay, so the Wind Fairy is about thoughts, words, intellectual analysis, and the Ten of Pentacles is about building kind of a relationship that's not it's very together, it's very constructive, it's very taking that passion, taking that energy that the Hermit has, kind of lit the way for. Because the Hermit can also be almost like God's card too, where the path is being lit and the Chariot's following the path that's been lit up. So the Chariot's following this path to create this kind of an environment for these two people. So where they can find peace, happiness, joy, and share their thoughts and words kind of thing in that kind of environment. Okay, so we've got the Justice. So this is kind of what the universe has. This is what both of you have asked for. And that's why the Justice is showing up in the connection. You both asked for this connection. Now what's going to come out of it, we'll see. I don't know, because there's a lot of processing going on here. A lot of awareness too, a lot of consciousness, because we got the Six of Cups, Two of Cups, Magician, transformation. So we'll see. But this is definitely brought in by the universe with the Justice card showing up and the Ten of Cups showing up. So the universe is bringing you Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, really trying, this is from the connection, okay? So together the connection is about this, about creating that. And then we got the High Priestess. And so I think there's some intuition going on both parts to be able to see that this is where this is going. But because the cycle has just started, the new cycle here, and because in your cards it's just starting to go after, the new energies too, and then the Ace of Wands is showing up there too, and then also the Tower still over here. So there's a lot of process going on between you and your person to get to this place of and then intuitively kind of acknowledging that the opportunity is here for us. It is not time, because we've got the suspension still happening here with the Hangman, but intuitively kind of knowing what is being offered by the universe. It's only a page now, so it's not manifest yet, but I think the awareness is here on an intuitive level. So, and very aware that there's going to be some choices made. I don't see them made yet here. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I'm going to draw one more card from the universe, and we've got Deception and Wisdom. So be careful not to deceive yourself into not believing that the universe brought you this and that this is possible, because that's what's showing up here. And using the wisdom as well as to how, the universe works. Okay, all right, water signs. I hope that helps you. Yeah, I'll be doing an extended reading just to see if it did resonate. I'll be taking a look at more about these choices. I'll be looking at the connection. I'm not going to go into the individuals anymore. I'm definitely going to be looking at the connection in the extended. So the information for that's in the box below. All right.